Not only do it feel like West Coast, it sound like West Coast, and it's a deeper movement than that though. Like when you hear, listen. I want to welcome y'all to this edition of All Legacy Access. I'm Brandon in the building, and I'm gonna put Gav on too. But as I listen to this song and I listened to it earlier, what's up with it, Gav? LBC repping. What's up with it, Gav?
What?
Man, I'm chilling, bro. Hey, ain't that song fire though, bro? Like, hey, that's a fire song. I'm just saying, like, I mean, look, before I put Kokane on, I want to welcome everybody listening, everybody that's, cast the characters from different parts of the globe. Love my 92.3 to beat in Japan. All the people overseas, worldwide, listen to this show, logged in, and support this Nexxlegacy movement. But, 8.5 years of doing radio, right? Like, listening to this song, it kind of takes your boy back and gives you that kind of feeling, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, music is all right now, you know what I mean? It just kind of gives you that vibe, like, it's hard to put it in the words, but it just feels right, you know what I mean? And it's just missing, like, and I hope everybody that's listening out here right now, and I mean this with all sincerity, I need people out there, not just my station, go hit up your local spots, too. Like, holler at these people. Kokane is coming out with some hot shit, and I just need y'all people to go support it. You know what I'm saying? We going to get it spun here multiple times. That's what we do. But I'm just saying, like, everybody out there, the voice and the movement has to be sung and done at one. Like, I need people out there to really go support because it's good music. I mean, I would put this song against Gab, and you know me, bro. Like, I would put this song against any motherfucking song out there right now, and it's top down, hands down. You know what I'm saying? Skyline better. You know what I mean? For real. I mean, I'm just calling it like I see it. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that just to let people know. I'm putting people on notice too. I want everybody out there to go support this dude and his movement. And he is brought to you by BudEBoyENT.com. Definitely go fuck with him, Kokane Official. You know what I mean? And I got my man Kokane in the building. He is granted access. Kokane, what up, bro?
What's happening with it, fam? Man, peace and blessings. I appreciate you having me on this beautiful platform.
Man, come on, man. Like, I mean, you gave me the legacy to get this done, man. It's not just one of those things where it's just like, hey, man, we need to holler and reach out to, like, a simple situation. This is next level stuff. Like, the legacy that you have done over the course of a number of years, man, warrants us to come back and holler at you and say, thanks, bro. What's good?
Man, well, I'm all humbled by that, brother, and I really do appreciate that. All glory to God. And it's just a blessing, man. A lot of cats try to reinvent the wheel, but you can't because, everybody got it from somewhere, and it's something about this soul music that really reached the heart of the ghetto and the heart of the streets, which at a time it's like we done lost our mind. We, even 4 years, 5 years back, we was like popular music can't be with substance no more. So it just takes some time. You know what I'm saying? People get fed up, and people want to hear. You just can't put on auto-tune, and you just can't do this and do that without being authenticated and without paying your dues and really incorporating that good funk and G-funk and soul music. So it's just a blessing to see the origins reaching out to your Kendrick Lamars and your YGs and coming from where we came from. We was allowed to come to Rufus Records for Bubba Law and Kokane and create this worldwide genre from the West Coast called G-funk.
I see it like this. I see it like this. When it comes to this, and to me, Kokane tonight. I'm gonna treat you like, this ain't just your typical Q&A session right now. This is just some homeboys talking about the business. You know what I mean? Talking about the legacy. Talking about what we need to do to be able to get this hip hop culture solid. You know what I mean? So the questions I'm gonna holler at you with is just on some real shit. And I just feel like this, bro. Like, the music that you've given us over the years and the new shit you coming out with now, and I want you to talk about the new shit before we start talking about some old shit. So, I mean, what's up with this project you got rocking right now, bro? Like, let the listeners know what you got in store and what's available for people to go pick up and go fuck with this movement. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, just to sum it up real quick, 7 years ago, me and my wife started this company, because it was time for me to branch out and have my own. It's called BudEBoyEntertainment. And over the years, with the transition of technology and stuff, we were blessed enough to keep 10 toes down. So now, we kind of created this frenzy on the social network, and I wanted to come out with a project that was a representation of all the body of work that I've done. So messing with your Puffy, George Clinton, Bootsy Collins, Dre. I was the quiet storm, the one that wasn't in front of the camera, but you heard my voice on a lot of things. So we wanted to have a representation of that sound, which is called GFunk. So I wanted to take my time with this king of GFunk, being over many features, most featured artists in the world. I really didn't care nothing about entitlement, but mostly towards the body of work and who I was influenced by. So I took my time with it. I wanted to campaign, and we've been on the campaign for like 4.5 months, like Republicans and Democrats, you dig? So I wanted to reach out back to my origin because, music, in my humble opinion, is supposed to move you. It's supposed to make you think, even if you shake your ass and all that stuff. But see, coming from that type of era, I was blessed enough to say, okay, well, man, I need to go ahead and reach out to the cats that I want to reach out. Instead of putting out an album real quick, I want this to make a statement. So I was able to make that statement, praise God. I went back and I grabbed Uncle Bootsy Collins, George Clinton, Snoop Dogg, Exhibit, Code 187, Dirty OGs, and the list goes on. Plus I got my daughter on there. She's under my label. The apples don't fall short from the tree, so I'm all about family. And it was the perfect time to really, it was the perfect time, brothers, to really, really go ahead and get this music of substance. Because now worldwide, it's a big world via the internet from a flick of a button, brothers. So you see a lot of people really getting back to the art form, whether it's hip-hop or whether it's true R&B. And over the years, I never did switch up my style. I didn't have no epiphany or nothing. I wanted to stay original, and because it was too much bumper-to-bumper traffic, I stayed in my own lane. So now that the universe reciprocates everything around, the whole world is ready for this type of music. And, oh, boy, we went back to the live instrumentation because that's what music is going back to, brothers. And I'm like, that's a good thing because now, when you look at those times when we were going through some social ills and different things, everything wasn't about being in the club, being on one. You see what I'm saying? So with this one, I'm glad that I'm a cornerstone piece along with other brothers out there that really want music with substance at the popular forefront. So with this King of G-Funk, man, we making a statement, man. We taking it back to Chocolate City. Well, all right. That song that George Clinton say, here's my chance to make your day. We got to take it back. So, with all the cats that I feel like there,
this, and Kokane, I feel like this, and Kokane is our guest on All Legacy Access, and I feel like, it's needed, but at the same time, like us as consumers, we need to support. Like, then you're going to be on this show. Like, I want to see other people reaching out to you because you was on this show to be able to get this movement circulating. You know what I mean? It's always appreciative when you get good music, but when it spread like wildfire, like it used to be back in the day, because people used to call the radio shows and they used to be like, hey, can you play this Kokane joint? California Classic. That's a hot one. Can we get it, in rotation? And most DJs and people will be like, yo, that's nothing. You know what I mean? We'll do it because it's hot. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's going to be up to us also as, not just media folks, but also as consumers to be able to go and support and buy, you know what I'm saying, and treat it like it's royalty like it used to be. When we used to wait in line at Tower Records or do all the stuff that we used to do to be able to invest in these artists and to be able to get that excitement back. So I think that's important too.
Yes, sir. And just to interject on that real quick, it's very important because now it's taken so much out of the, it was just corporate greed out there. But now it's going back to the streets. It's going back to crush groups. You can look at all over the U.S. It's the streets. It's the streets in Romania, streets in Japan, streets in China. It's going back to the original art form to where, now, we have the autonomy. For a while it just became, like a circus parade, a bunch of greed. But good things, come to those who wait. And, it's just, I knew, by just having a family type of stability, and I was able to be patient, that this type of music would surface again, and it would hit home. And that's one of the things we touched on California Classic. It's just when you hear that song, that's the essence and spirit of genuine love, because that's what music is about. Whether you don't have to make up a love song to put love into music again. And that's what we did with California Classic.
Yeah. And I'm going to ask you this because, and actually I'm going to make a statement and then I'm going to come at you with a question like this. And before my man Gab from Long Beach hit you up with a couple too, like California Classic, like I said to start the show, I was listening to it and I listened to it before the show, of course, and I was like, wow, like blown away. But I could just tell like the vibe, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people can collaborate and do songs and the songs can come out cool, but it don't have like that instant chemistry, that instant vibe that most collaborators would have when you're doing records. So, you know what I'm saying, salute you for, getting some folks in that blended well with not only what the classic joint is all about, but the fact of the matter is you can tell they put a little bit of themselves into these verses, you know what I mean? So I had to give props where that was that. Because to me, I think that's going to set that trend compared to, you can get all the famous people you want on collaborative tracks, but, they might not come out solid. But this one, oh, my God, that one did.
Yeah, blessings to my comrades because, when you have a chance to see the magic happen, before it was NWA, I was right there with Eazy-E. We all was. And I seen the magic happen as a kid. And then later through the years, working on The Doghouse and Last Meal and Chronic 2001, I seen the magic happen now. Now it's that time where, when me, Corrupt, Dick Trey D, Weasel Loke, and the Chill from Compton's Most Wanted got together, we just had fun, homie. We just rolled up some nice doobies, sat back, did what we did. We didn't even have to blink twice. You understand?
Right.
So sometimes, you can have a all-star team, but it'd be the wrong chemistry. I mean, Dwight Howard could have went to L.A. all day, but that don't mean they was going to win games. We just fit. We fit, pimping, and, when we put that record out, we looked at each other and we said, we've been here before. And that's like a special bond to have to when, I'll say this, when you got L.A., a rep Kingpin from L.A., Kingpin from Long Beach, Kingpins from Pomona, Kingpins from Compton to come in and they call themselves Dirty OGs. Come on, man, that's our identity. It's a representation that, look, we got a responsibility to the youngsters so we can show them this is what we love. Be proud where you come from because the Cali lifestyle, hey, I know everybody that's cushioning and low riding all over the world now.
That's what it is. More props to my man Kokane, who is here. Legacy is definitely what his career has taken. And he said he's watched the magic happen, and he's created some magic on his own. And, Gab, I'll go ahead and let you ask a question because I can talk to this dude all day. So, Gab, go for it, bro.
Yeah. Hey, what do you do, Kokane?
Hey, what's happening with the King?
I know that you was on Ruthless. How come it was never a Bone Thugs and Harmony Kokane track that never came out?
Oh, we did something? I did something with them brothers and my little bros, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff we have done, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of work that is unheard to the world. But, you know, the good thing about technology, we all Googleable, baby. So you got to just type that in. It's there, but, yeah, man, I love them cats, man. Always will. You dig?
And that song that y'all just put out with you and Trey, that shit go, man.
Oh, man, come on, man. LBC and Pomona always had that chemistry, man. The return of Trey D. Oh, my God. What a return to do that nice little decade and come out like that with that song.
Hell yeah. Man, you a legend.
And Kokane, and you said you've been a part of this hip-hop culture for a number of decades now. So you've seen, like you said earlier, the magic happen. You've seen NWA, the magic happen there. You've seen Doghouse. You've seen that magic. You've seen people in the studio, even when it wasn't their turn to spit a 16 and they just stuck around because, you know, they was supporting the next man that was next up. You know what I mean? So you look at your career from where it is now compared to, you know, everything that you've done, that you've been around, the places you've toured and gone through. And, you know, when you look at your career right now, like, do you reflect and be like, wow, you know what, that is a lot of history. That is a lot of legacy at the end of the day.
Yeah. You know, to tell you the truth, I'm humbled. But at the same time, that's, you know, when I look back, I guess that's what makes me hungry, my secret. You know, a lot of people would say about all the music, but, you know, I don't, and I respect that because I respect everybody who, you know what I'm saying, genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my real jollies and my award, man, is my beautiful wife for 30 years and 8 kids by the same woman. That's my joy. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what sustained me in this music game. And not to get all preachy, but just to tell you like an old man rocking on the porch in the South, brother, you know, life is real. Life is not all about entitlement or who you this and that, because at the end of the day, you can always come home, put on your flip-flops and be you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what helped me, you know, establish and sustain my balance. You know, for years, 26 years in the game, over 10,000 featured brothers, 50 million a record, that's cool and all. You know, but giving God the glory, being able to stay up and play with my children and look at all the beautiful brothers that influenced me, that I had a blessing and a chance to be around Eazy-E and Tupac. Come on, man. That's what life is about. And that's what hold me, that's what toes on the ground and keep it G'd up, just like that.
And I think that speaks to your resume. I mean, not just your resume, just the work ethic that you have. I mean, you've been doing it for, like I said, long enough to be involved with all these greats, and you're a great one yourself. And to me, it's always the work that you put in and that you earn. And I'm gonna ask you about this culture though, because you know, of course, Kokane is brought to you by BudEBoyEnt.com. Make sure you hit him up at Kokane Official. And support this man's movement on All Legacy Access. And I feel like this, because hip-hop culture, the culture of hip-hop and where it stood when it first broke out to where it evolved to where it is now, and it's just like, you know, I look at it like this. I know a lot of people, and this is just my opinion, just from looking at it from the outside and seeing the evolution of it, and it kind of went stagnant for a while based on the simple fact that, you know, people probably, you know, they put out a record, but they only put out maybe a couple of good joints. You know what I mean? They kind of did it in a way where it just wasn't really as official as it used to be back when you was rocking it heavy. So I'm looking at the game like this, man, and I'm calling out all the people out there, and I said it earlier, like the consumers, us consumers, and I'm gonna ask you this just from a perspective standpoint, like, and I tell Gav this and all the listeners, like, you take an artist like Adele who didn't want to do anything digital. She put everything out as far as CD sales in the store. She sold 5 million. You know what I'm saying? So she took it that way. So you had 5 million supporters of people that was just like, all right, I'm down. Let's go buy it. Let's go do what we need to do. We don't get that in hip hop like we used to. like I said earlier about the Child Records and the Rasputins and all these other places or whatever, people seem to take the culture of hip-hop for granted. Do you see it like that? And do you see if there's an actual turnaround, like, you know, a complete turnaround that we can be able to have to save our culture for the most part?
Of course. You know, it's about not fitting in. It's about standing out. So therefore, visionaries is kind of like a lonely road. You know what I'm saying? And you got to put time into your vision. But, you know, there's certain brothers out there that is listening to us, whether it's you, Kings, or whether it's myself, that always have that innovative approach. And that's what we're going to have to put into the game, innovation. You know what I'm saying? Because we brilliant when we stop thinking about all the things that are there, because that is so much of a redundant pattern that it don't really allow us to break out. So when it's brothers like yourself that are articulating, that break out such like you're doing, and myself, and we get together, you know, the universe start working, brother. I know it's mysterious when I'm saying this. The universe start working. And then we can come with some innovative approaches to really, you know, it's like, man, if I say mountain, move, it can be moved, but not in the sense of just anything that is just falling out the sky. It's going to take time. We need to put all our efforts into it. And if we thinking the same, come on, man, strength come in numbers, fam. And right now, you know, it's at where to, you know, the independence. This is really the year of independence, 2016. It's about to be a big explosion of independence, but all over the world now. Because now, you know, for a time there's been so much capitalism and greed and corporate and this and that, to where it's reverted back to the hands of the people, where it belongs to. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's back in the hands of the people. All the people got to do is just connect with people, because that's what it's always been about. Hip-hop has been about who? The people. Plain and simple.
I think that's important. I think that's important for everybody to kind of just, you know, get to the point where they can be able to just understand exactly what, you know, and I feel like this. It's just like I always feel like, you know, all right, February is Black History Month, but every year it should be that way. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop as a culture, you know what I'm saying? If you like the records, you know what I'm saying, support it, buy it. Don't get caught up with the the temptation of trying to download. I mean, you know, if you feeling it, then, you know, go take that purchase and make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Don't get temptation, because that can happen. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just like, you know, your record and a couple of other ones I'll fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to treat it like, you know, hey, if I make this purchase, that means Kokane is going to make sure that he laced me another album. So I'm looking forward. So I need to go tell Gab. I need to go tell everybody to go cop it. You know what I mean? It's simple like that. It's not just put money in your pocket. It's investing for you to do more. You know what I mean? And for doing more, I think that's big for the community too. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I appreciate that, because that's what it's about, man. As long as I've been in the game, I'm a student, man. I always support, you know, it don't matter if you're young or old. All that matters is you go. Does it make me feel? Does it move me? And if we need to get back to the music to where it moves you now, and that's all where era I come from. I can only be accountable for what era I come from, and that's what make a banana tree different from a pomegranate tree, different from a plum tree, but they all grow from the same earth. So at the same time, we got to get into, you know, the attitude has to change. You know what I'm saying? Because our attitude determines our altitude. If we as a culture get together and continue to talk that talk, you know, without having action, you know what I'm saying, it's always going to be redundant. But all it takes is just a little of, you know, this little, you know what I'm saying, with the arts of music, because we're here to entertain people and make the consumer feel good about buying your product. You know, that's our whole existence and blessing to be able to bring this good music to you. So we all got to change our attitude and don't just fly by people's stuff. You know, it's unrealistic to think you're not going to have bootlegs. You are. But how you work the thing is you get your stuff out there, and then eventually you get to the licensing part. And then from the licensing part, you get to the traveling, to where you embody your own self and really protect your brand. That's it.
That's what's up. Words to live by, especially from a music icon like Kokane, and he is my guest on All Legacy Access. If you got a sec for another quick segment with a few more questions after we run plastic surgery, you ready for this record, people? I don't know if y'all ready for this one, but we're going to give it to him. We're going to come back with Kokane. You got time for the segment real quick?
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir.
All right. Let's get it in right here. All Legacy Access. I'm Brandon. Kokane, Gab, right here. And all you listeners, I love y'all. Keep the love rocking right here, because we ain't going nowhere. We build legacies here.
Turn the track up, man. That's that real West Coast shit, man. Fuck you thought it was.
Call 911 emergency.
Does it for the rags and the lolos. Took the game for the fags and the homos. But he back in their ass, no KY. I'ma keep it G, you could keep it G-A-Y. Green smoky, these niggas phony. They Oscar, Maya, Weenie, Baloney. Pulling all the soldiers out. Nigga, it's a dirty game. I just took my rollers out and I let my Shirleys hang. Same thing for the 501s, right or wrong. Niggas fucking the Babylon, best invest in some type of gun. No, I got mine not far from me. Ain't all next to me, and the car next to me. Betty clear group of niggas if that boy he talk. Brown real rooster niggas giving hoes peacock. They done it, keep it 100. Most of these rap niggas really don't cut it. And most of these niggas is bitches too. And most of them niggas look just like you.
Call 911 emergency.
I bet your favorite sport is hockey, cause nigga, you full of shit. I'm king like James, but they secretly sucking dick. Niggas wearing man purses, looking like RuPaul. Hands tighter than Pee Wee Herman, I don't fuck with none of y'all. Used to have Knock the Talk with Tickle Bitty, but when I seen her last week, she had ass and titty. Reality star hoes, thinking they look good. Bunch of insecure bitches run around Hollywood. I'm a grinder, hustler, on my paper chase. Getting ugly out here like Lil' Kim Faye. Nigga, hide your son, nigga, hide your daughter. Sharks in the ocean, swimming in shallow water. Nigga, I hold my own in the BudEBoy zone. I'm sitting on the throne while these niggas in the Twilight Zone. West Coast niggas, you know what's happening. I call fake ass niggas like living with the Kardashians.
Call 911 emergency. Call 911 emergency. Call 911 emergency. Call 911 emergency.
Hey man, hey, I'm trying to buy this right now. Like I know I got it and I'm spinning it, but yo, can I buy it again? Like, let's do it. You know what I mean? All Legacy Actions, I'm Brandon in the building. Kokane is in the house, Gav is in the house, and all you listeners listening. That's a lot of love and a lot of woo. It just, man, it just makes me feel like hip hop is just like raw again, like in its rarest form. Like I'm feeling the vibe right now. Like I'm feeling it, Kokane. What's good?
Thanks, champ, man. We made that for the people, man. We got to get back. You know, my first love is hip hop. You know, they asked me to sing because I could sing a little bit, but you know, I learned something about that hip hop, and I grabbed my guy Short Chop on there, who did a lot of things, the West Coast representative. You know, and my boy Theory produced it. And we wanted to go on that, you know, that kind of like that Chronic 2001 type feel. And really, we came across, how could we talk about a song when we first made it up, talking about all this lollipop, artificial, and simulation into this music and this so weirdo-ass shit? Well, plastic surgery. So when you see a nigga on the block, excuse my language, and he's doing his thing, and he's got an order, plastic surgery.
Hey, that's a tight ass video too.
Man, thanks, man. Big ups to my son Afro 9 because he actually did that video. You know, it's all in the family, man. Long family.
I see that. I'm gonna talk about the fam in a minute, though. I'm gonna definitely do that, but I'm gonna ask you about just the, you know what I'm saying. You kind of see all the stuff going out right now as far as you know, like we had the NWA movies, we doing like Tupac's movies being worked on right now. They still haven't come to terms or try to lay down something real solid as far as the Marvin Gaye movie. But when you look at some of these movies that has come out, like I haven't told Gav this, but I would have loved to see an Eazy-E movie before NWA, like before he even, you know what I'm saying, before the NWA movie became what it was. Like I would love to just hear Eric's story, you know what I'm saying, just in general. Like when you look at some of these movies about some of these great artists, I mean, what's your opinion on them?
I mean, you know, from a Hollywood perspective, you know, they tell the truth how they perceive it, you know, but a lot of times, you know, it has shown us, you know, that Hollywood kind of stretch certain things just so they could draw people in and count numbers. You know, this is the same time, this is a business. It's really not hating on anybody out there that's telling you the brutal truth. You know, so as far as the NWA movie, you know what I'm saying, it's too big for it to be in a 2-hour flick. You know, there was a lot of components that was to it. So hopefully to those guys, you know, whoever's controlling the ship over there, you know, and congratulations on everything they got going. But hopefully they can really see that the sentiment is bigger than just getting money. You know what I'm saying? If they need to make it into a documentary because, man, being over there at Easy, you got to realize, man, everybody talk about the branches, but you always got to go to the root. Eazy-E was the root, fam. Out of that came so much, fam. So, you know, I just think, you know, at the same time while they're making these movies, it's good because it can articulate from a time that was very special and that's coincide with the hip-hop movement. And the youngsters need to be educated where it came from because if you don't respect the past, you ain't going to give a hoot about where you're going in the future. So those type of music, those type of things, man, is very good for the culture in general.
And I feel you on that too. And I also want to throw out there, I think it's important for young kids to understand too. Like if they look at the NWA movie or even this upcoming Tupac movie or any movies, you know what I'm saying, in general. Like, don't keep in mind, it's only a 2-hour movie. It's not the whole story. So if you want to be a historian about your business and about this culture, go to the root. Like, you can always use YouTube can be your friend, but also the people that's still breathing. Like, you know, in NWA's case, Kokane. Like, you know, there's so many other people, Bone Thugs. Reach out to them. Reach out to, you know what I'm saying, just a lot of people who's been there and actually, has more stories to tell. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody had different relationships with Easy too. At the end of the day, too.
Yeah, Easy was one of a kind. I mean, NWA movie didn't show that I wrote Easy Appetite for Destruction on this part. They didn't show that's Kokane on the biggest album they had was Niggas for Life, and the first person you hear was Kokane, and rest in peace KMG and Code 187. Well, all right, y'all across the USC, Compton, Watts. But see, it's like I said, it goes deeper than that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I just hope, I hope that they really, really take it for the sentimental value and really do a documentary overall and get it to cats that were back in those days and give them a chance because they were a significant part of the whole movement, and those that are like myself and Code 187 that are around today still making good music.
Very true. Very true. Man, this has been definitely high level stuff right here. Kokane is my guest on All Legacy Access. He is brought to you by BudEBoyEnt.com, and I know you mentioned family, your beautiful wife and kids, and you're just like the West Coast version of the Huxtables in a sense. You know what I mean? Like you got family doing music too. You know what I mean? So just in general, like BudEBoy Entertainment, like. I know you started early as far as how it kind of came to be and pairing up with your lovely wife, and I definitely want people out there to go follow her and hit her up on her Twitter as well, and just kind of show that love and support that lady Kokane. Just kind of how all this kind of came to be, and what's the motivation and movement behind the label? Because I know it's deeper than just music.
Well, in this game, man, this is a brutal game. It's a lot of smiling faces. It's a lot of backstabbing. And anytime you want to be successful, it's just like a diamond can't be a diamond unless it's under pressure. And when I was under pressure, God was telling me, one day you're going through all these things to get to the point, and when you look around, you're going to see who's standing with you. It was my beautiful wife, my queen. And behind every successful Negro, it's a gorgeous woman that's going to tell you, that person ain't good. But I had to wake up. And when I woke up, I just vividly heard it in my spirit that, hey, now it's time to really put her on the pedestal. The same thing you was hustling for is right in front of your face. It's her and the kids. So I wanted to, the good thing about working with her and working with my family, this is a family-orientated business. It's like my sons come out on the road. They do my videos, my graphics. Even my 15-year-old daughter drove my stuff. My daughter, Anissa, she's singing on my new album that's coming out March 18th, King of GFunk. She got her own stuff. So it's like you got to assess things and put it on the scale. And what's most important to you, you know what I'm saying, is things are cool. Stuff is what I call it. It's cool. But this is the most life-changing experiences to be able to have a family, to be able to stand up and have a sense of who God is and how important it is to you. So that was the best person I could start it with. It's all alone that was right in my corner. So we started this thing, and it's been beautiful ever since. And sometimes you could be running right, and God says it's over here left. And
right.
I just everything that I'm doing right now, she made sure that she got all my business together. Made sure, because I was a dummy. You see, I was a dummy. I was male chauvinistic. I was brought in this game. I was game goofy. Of course, we think we got it all, but you don't have it all at all when you think you got it all. So God had to sit my little ass down, humble me, so I can see clearly. And that's what I can confess. That's what I can give a testimony to. I'm not on no preachy stuff. I'm on life experience. And it's been going good. Her name is Lady Kokane. She's the vice president, and she's a cold person on that business. And that's what she called me. That's why I survived, because she made sure all my business was together. made sure and stuff that I ain't never thought like when I'm gonna see a check from that, when I'm gonna. She said, "Baby, it's right here." And see, you just got to take your hat off to that. You know what I'm saying? So that's right. What really helped me out and continue to help me out. And we running a successful label with different artists on the label, from reggae to singing, and you know, we call ourselves the Motown, the new Motown. So that's what it is.
And I can I add on that too, but just by saying that, I think that it's important for you to not just humble yourself. And to me, I feel like this too, and not a lot of women will do it, but she did it. She stayed consistent with her patience in supporting you, not just as an artist, but as a man and as a husband and as a father. There's not too many women in this world that will do that, because a lot of women, their patience will run thin and they will be out, and they would, you know, and that's not even a knock on women, because they tried, but that's a rare breed in a rare situation, and a very blessed one when you can be able to have that patience to do that. So, you know what I'm saying, gotta show some love to Lady Kokane for that though.
Yeah, and that's what I'm not. I don't do it because God say I command you to do it. I do it because I'm blessed to do it. I'm blessed to get up in the morning and say, wow, you were important to me. Without you, none of this would be possible. You know, and then I don't have to ask to be preserved, or when I want something that I need to get it done, God automatically give it to me, because he say, you do this from the heart, everything else is going to follow you.
That's right.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Kokane's my guest on All Legacy Access, brought to you by BudEBoyEnt.com. Make sure you go ahead and follow Kokane on Twitter at Kokane Official, and also at Lady Kokane on Twitter as well. And when it comes to new artists and people in general that definitely want to be on the team, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got Gab has his brother, No Phyllis, talented artist from Long Beach. People out there in general that wants to reach out to you as far as not just open recruitment, but just people of collaborative, business forums. How can they reach you?
You can reach me. It ain't hard to find. You can reach me at Kokane Official. Don't spell it the drug thing. Spell it the drug music. That's Kokane Official. Or you can hit my wife at Lady Kokane. That's LadyKokane. Or you can check us out at BudEBoyEnt.com. That's BUD, E as in Eric, BOYENT.com. Follow us on the Facebook fan page. That's at Kokane. My Instagram is my real name. Is Jerry B as in basketball, Long, LONG. And if you already need some of that true original GFunk, you know where to reach me. Let's holler. I'm fair on the prices, and that's what it is.
Hey, yo, Kokane.
Go ahead, yeah.
My brother, he did a song with one of your cousins named Guap. It's called Basuda.
Yeah, I love that song, too.
YG No Feelings, that's my brother.
Oh, okay, yeah, man. It's a small universe, man. That's my artist, too.
Small universe.
And I like that song. That's a song. Y'all did a video to that, didn't y'all?
Yeah, brother. My brother. He mixed it up and everything, because he do the music, the videos, he do tattoos.
Tell nephew, that's sharp, Jack.
Yeah. Hey, bro, how that one track that you did with SIBO, No Warning Shots, came about?
I stay. I go back and forth between here and Cali. I stay in like Tacoma area. And Steve-O moved up here, so that's family right there. You know what I'm saying? Anytime we get together, it's just, you know what I'm saying, on that left side, it's just all beautiful. So we wanted to do a song called Warning Shots, produced by the same dude who did California Classic, Paul Segal, and it just came like it is, man. You know what I'm saying? With Brolo, he a real one. You know what I'm saying? And just like real recognize real, and that's how that song came out. It's a dope ass song too, man. I appreciate you mentioning that too.
Real talk.
A lot of history, and also people out there that's trying to look for any future performances at shows. Just make sure you go ahead and holler like the man Kokane said. Hit up all his social media stuff, BudEBoy, BudEBoyent.com, BudEBoyEnt.com, and